And welcome back to the Whole Connection Summit series. I'm delighted to introduce my next speaker, Matthew Dunn, who is a representative of Healthy Water Technologies Australia. They have a number of filtration systems, not only for your house, but also for you to have while you're mobile with your travel. And I am delighted to feature this wonderful product that I personally have in my own home and also with my caravan. So without further ado, hi Matthew and welcome.
Hi Paige, how are you? Thanks for having me.
Great to have you on board. Matthew, let's get straight into it. Firstly, I'd love you to share with the audience a little bit about your own journey that led you to obviously then being involved with such a wonderful product.
Yeah, well look, it's definitely been a journey, I guess I'd like to say for anyone who's watching this, you're probably watching this for a reason. That tends to be how life works out for us. So I've got something pretty exciting to share with you in terms of this product and the benefits you can get from it. So my story goes back obviously a fair way. When I was younger, I was quite fit, quite healthy, competed at state level for athletics and that type of thing. In my early 20s, had a bit of property success and business success, and sort of in the younger days, you take advantage of that, and I guess lifestyle choices I made when I was a bit younger were on the excessive side, you could say, I guess, and had a ball basically, but also had a lot of pressures on myself in terms of performance and things I was striving to do. So that accumulated over time. I sort of let my health not slip, but it definitely could have been a lot better in terms of diet and just hydration, which I'm now learning is such a massive thing. So yeah, basically just sort of pushed myself a little bit too hard and ended up having a couple of definitely got some very clear messages from my body saying enough's enough. So started doing a lot of research into different things in terms of turning my diet around. It's pretty. I mean, we all understand. Sometimes the most obvious things are right in front of us, and the simplest things can make the biggest difference. And a lot of my research was leading to hydration, good quality water, obviously good diets as well to back all of that up. But at the end of the day, you can be exercising and you can be eating great food, but if you're not hydrated, everything else is restricted in how well it can work for you. So it really is so important, and it's just been this massive rabbit's warren that I've gone down and learning the benefits. And so eventually I was looking for some new challenges, and through a connection ended up looking at this product with this company, and it's just been nothing short of phenomenal with how well it's helped me, and just being involved with hearing stories like what you talked about with me and what you shared with me and what you'll share with everyone. But I hear it all the time, and it's just such a good product to be a part of. And when the opportunity came up after I did a bit of research, I had to get involved. It was just So here we are, and we're promoting it to the world.
Excellent. Well, I just a little bit to add to that too. When I was researching water filtration systems for my own home, there is an overwhelming amount of information out there for people, and a lot of conflicting information too that just really can leave you quite confused. So when I then started to research, and I met one of your wonderful staff at the home show here on the Sunshine Coast in Queensland, and the taste was the thing that sold me. So if anybody can taste the difference between tap water or even just general filtered water that you buy from a store, and then you try Healthy Water Technologies water bottle, when Jan presented me with both my husband and I were immediately convinced that I need to research this and need to look into it. So the Home Edge system is just fabulous. So it hits every part of your home, which is great, because quite often when we're even in a bath, we're still absorbing a lot of chlorine and rubbish that's in the water that's still going into your skin. So that's what I loved about the Home Edge. just attached it to our main system, and it does the entire house. And every time I'm taking water from the tap, I know it's super clear and nicely filtrated. So, and then went on to, of course, take the Travel Edge, which is so portable, to our caravan, which we use when we go away all the time. So that's a little bit of my own rant with how wonderful the product is. And I noticed a difference in my skin and my hair colour for all the females that are watching. Definitely noticed a difference. And the lime build up on your shower screen, that all stopped.
Yeah.
So there's a little plug for you. You can hear how passionate I am about the product. So any success stories that you can share, Matt, while you've been with the company?
Yeah, there is a lot of different stories out there. I think the biggest part of it is the surprise that people do get. Whilst they have some confidence, a lot of people buy these from, their friends recommending it. So while they have the confidence in the product, they do have their own sort of, results and surprises from it. But, we've had everything from, I guess the big thing with rejuvenating the water, which is the process as it goes through this device, and getting rid of the majority of those chemical additives they put in the water, is that we've never evolved to have those chemicals in our body. So it should be very high on the list for people to get out of their system. And as you said, the Home Edge can do that throughout the whole house. You actually install it on the main water line running into the house. So it'll do your kitchen water, it'll do your showers, and that is a big thing. 2/3 of the chemical additives can get in through your skin in the hot water, opening the pores in your skin in the shower. So that is such an important part of the whole process. But and then the biggest thing we hear about is, like you said, the hair, the skin. I've had people, elderly couples with age spots, this dark brown spots that can form, just totally disappear within 2 weeks. And this is coming from the husband being interested and hearing about it, and the wife being totally skeptical about it. And then she turned around being the one, like, we're trying to find photos to show you guys, like, before and afters, because they've just disappeared and there's nothing else we've changed. It has to be the water. That's their own words, or her own words. So anyone that has any sort of skin irritations, really sensitive to chemicals and that sort of thing, dermatitis, like that sort of thing. We have a lot of people comment on that their skin is clearing up. Again, I just think so much of it comes back to our body. If you look at the whole length of our evolution, our bodies are all of a sudden, in the very last second of the clock, are getting hit with these chemicals, and that's where you get reactions from. So, and then also internally as well, the whole energy side of it. Your body's not getting sort of slowed down trying to deal with these chemicals in your body, so that frees up more energy for just living, just getting through the day, crossing things off the to-do list. So it really has been wonderful, and then tie it in with drinking the right amounts as well. That's a big thing. That is a huge thing.
Especially in our harsh climates, particularly in Australia. I know overseas too it's similar, but even the difference that you can taste just by buying bottled water that you're purchasing in a store or a supermarket, you don't really know what level of, I guess, clean water that really is ultimately. And I find now I tend to fill up my water bottles before I leave the house if I'm going somewhere, because even I can taste the difference between both of those. So, and I know if people do Google on YouTube, that is what sold me, I guess, even more so, was the fact that there is testimonials on YouTube of people with success stories on there. But what I also really was impressed by was that Jan, when I contacted her afterwards, was allowing me to contact other people that had purchased the system. So I was talking to everyday people that had purchased it, were very happy to offer their feedback on the product and how wonderful it was. And then I know you have quite a few plumbers now getting on board because they see the benefit, and you need to be a licensed plumber to install it. So that's also wonderful that you're seeing that out there, that they're convinced as well that people need to have this on their mains for their house.
Yeah, absolutely. And And just a super important point you touched on there, filling up your reusable water bottle at home, taking it with you. That is such a huge thing. I mean, this product can have such a massive impact worldwide. There's a lot of councils all around the world and state governments trying to encourage people to drink more tap water. But, the problem is a lot of people are buying bottled water because they just cannot stand the taste of this tap water with the chemical additives anymore. So put one of these on the property. So you can go to any tap in your house, fill up your bottle, take it with you, and that's going to greatly reduce they say 35% of all rubbish sitting around the world is plastic bottles. So we're also supporters of Clean Up Australia Day, and our product just, it can have such a big impact there. So that in itself is fantastic. So environmental health, your personal health, your family's health, that's all huge as well. And yes, we do have a lot of plumbers getting on board with this because, if anyone in business, if they can give their customers a great inside tip into, something that's really fantastic, they get a lot of benefits out of, then their customers love them. So we do have a lot of plumbers promoting this product. I've got Paige, as you know.
Excellent. I was going to ask, do you have it? Yes.
So that's the home edge. So that goes on the whole house. So that's a 3/4 inch fittings go into the end. So that just goes onto the main pipe into the whole house. You install that between your water meter, normally on the footpath, and your house. Anywhere before the pipes break up. Can be buried underground and can also be buried above ground, but it's designed to go underground, so it's out of the way. Set it and forget. So there's no filters to replace. It's completely maintenance free. We get so many people call in asking if we have this type of filter, this type of filter. I just say, well, stop running around, stop wasting your money. Put one of these on.
Yep.
Come in first. Do the taste test, see what you think,
and
go from there. So
I was definitely convinced that the taste was incredibly different, and it was at the right time because I was looking for something to put into our home. So perfect. And I know annually what I was spending just on a water filtration system with different waters, different filters to connect to underneath our filtration system in the sink. And then I went to purchasing large bottles of water that I'd be carrying from the supermarket or making sure I had delivery of, and it just gets so expensive, whereas this is just a one-off, does everything, even does your washing machine. Perfect.
Absolutely.
A whole lot. Yeah.
The only good thing about those big water bottles is the exercise you get carrying home.
Yes,
they're not great for the environment. They're very expensive, in the long term. And
the system itself, Matt, was actually invented by a doctor. Is that right?
I believe, I don't know if it was the actual doctor who invented it, but it was a team of engineers, but there has been a doctor behind or part of it from the beginning. I don't know the complete story in that very early days of it coming together, but it's an Australian product that's been designed from the ground up.
Yeah.
And it's now getting a lot of interest all around the world. So, but there has been some blood microscopy tests done by a doctor here in Australia, and the results were simply astounding. You could see differences within a couple of hours from 2 different blood samples, so that's really quite phenomenal. Plus, it has been fully independent testing as well. So we know that it will remove 99.2% of chlorine out of the water, which such a huge thing, and it will take out about 30% of fluoride as well, which so many people more and more are learning. You don't really want such a massive amount of, again, another chemical going into your body. So it's phenomenal. It's a phenomenal product. I'm excited
absolutely. And then, as I mentioned, the Travel Edge, which is the more of the mobile, smaller device that. You have one there. Excellent. So that is excellent for people with RVs or caravans or general camping, because you can just attach it to a general hose, can't you? A garden hose or a hose of some kind?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, I don't have those fittings here, but you can just get just a little $2 fitting, screw that in there, and then your hose will click into that. Or you can use it just like this. It comes with a funnel. You just screw the funnel in. And screw the nozzle in at the other end, and you just go up to your sink. If you're travelling, staying in hotels around the place, you just go to your sink, the water stream goes in there into
into your glass then, or fill up a jug and put it in the fridge. That's a great little one. We also have there's three different sizes. We also have a commercial one, which is ideal for 2-inch pipes, which is the same as what is on your pool pump normally. So we have a lot of people putting those onto their pools, and you just swim in fresh water.
Perfect.
That sounds good. Yeah. Fantastic technology.
And there's a wealth of information too, I find, on your website. You know, there's definitely a lot of information there that I encourage people to explore. And look, I know, as I said, I had looked at so many different systems, and this was just, to me, the simplicity of it more than anything. It was so simple. All I need to do is get a plumber here, and it was connected. And even to the water of our fridge, because we do have a water dispenser on our fridge, it covers that as well. So to have one device that's doing everything, to me, was just all I needed proof of. And the taste. They were the two key things. Yeah. So no, it's a wonderful product. And I do remember seeing that there was a lady on YouTube talking about her dermatitis or eczema, I think it may have been, clearing up dramatically once she started using the system.
That's fairly common.
Yeah.
That's fairly common.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
It is just getting those chemicals out.
Absolutely. And you mentioned also, Matt, that, you know, a lot of interest overseas, which is very exciting. So those viewers that are watching overseas, you can post the product out, and is it still able to be used in overseas, you know, wherever they are globally watching this summit?
It is, it's very easy actually. It's not as expensive as people think. We can pretty much send for $50, $60. We can send this anywhere around the world in most cases, you know. So the fittings are very easily adapted to whatever type of piping you have. So it's very basic stuff for any plumber around the world to figure out how to connect it on. And the biggest thing to remember is it's one directional. So you can see those arrows there. That's the main thing to remember. Don't put it in backwards. It's no good.
Yes. No, we did find that easy. Yeah, absolutely. And I know when we go away in our RV or our caravan now, I do have some interest, and I make sure that I tell people, because I even see in caravan parks with people with their filters, you know, connected, and there's 3 devices, and it's all very tricky, whereas they just need the one thing and they're sorted. And also, that is the perfect thing, is that I know that it's covering our shower, the sink, everything. So I don't need to carry filtered water when we're traveling now. So just a win-win. As you can hear, I'm very passionate about the product, and I just want it to have so much success because it's such a great system. So as we start to wrap up, there is a wonderful offer I know that the viewers can take advantage of. So make sure that you click onto the website, which is the website.
hwta.com.au for Healthy Water Technologies Australia. So that's hwta.com.au.
So your office is located in Queensland, Brisbane, or south, just west or east? Brisbane, in Queensland, Australia, again for those overseas viewers. And I encourage everybody to check out the website, look on YouTube, make contact with Matt or one of the staff there. They're very helpful, and take advantage of the offer. And just for the health of your family and for yourself, you know, it really is so important, good clean water, because unfortunately it's just not available unless you're living on acreage with spring water. Even then, there's always something that's being added to it. So that all affects the health as well as everything else that we're doing. So, so excellent. So thank you so much, Matt. Thank you for being a part of the Summit Series. I wish Healthy Water Technologies every success. I really want to see this product being in many, many households.
Yes, so do we. Thank you very much, Paige. It's been great to be a part of this.
Great. So everybody make sure you take advantage. Check out their website, Healthy Water Technologies Australia. This has been Paige Renshaw, your host of the Whole Connection Summit Series. And I've had with me Matt Dunn, who's a representative of Healthy Water Technologies Australia. So take advantage of their fantastic offer that will be attached to this interview. And I look forward to seeing you for my next interview. Bye for now.